Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. So in today's video, Momcozy has sent us this baby bottle, sterilizer, and dryer for us to review. Now typically they come in pretty big size for a sterilizer and dryer, but this one is for space saving. Not only this is compact, but also according to Momcozy, this will only take 35 minutes from start to finish for the whole sterilizer and drying portion. That in itself is much quicker compared to others I have tried out before. Let's open this up. All right, so first thing you will see will be the manual instruction, a tray, accessory parts, foldable bottle rack. Ah, cool. This is what they meant by foldable. You can fold it up, fold it down. The lid, when I talk about being compact, like everything they are trying to fit inside the basket here. So yeah, it's quite interesting how they package this. All right, so the bottom tray where the heating pad is inside of this basket here. Oh wow, this is like really small. So the basket itself is slightly larger. That's why the heating pad was able to fit it inside here. And the accessory can go inside here. And let me go read up the instruction and see how to utilize all these accessories along with the basket here to test it out. Kind of give you an idea how compact this sterilizer and dryer is. I have here an old style sterilizer and dryer from Public. As you can see, like this one is still using knobs for control and definitely much wider and take out more space than this Momcozy compact sterilizer and dryer. And now let me show you from the side view. Yeah, the side kind of similar, but as you can see, like the Momcozy is more of almost a square design, which in turn save quite a bit of space because it's not as wide as the Public or any other styles of dryers and sterilizer out there. All right, now before we get started with testing, there are a few things I want to go over. First, this is a drying rack. So a lot of times after you have done washing your bottles and accessories, you can just put on top here, let the water drip before you put inside the machine. This way you will have less of liquid inside when this machine is gonna do the drying portion, if that's what you want. Or also, if you do not want to use the machine to dry, you only want to use it to sterilize, then once the sterilization is finished, the bottle will be still kind of have like condensation in here. Then you can take out the bottle and just set it here, let it dry naturally. And same thing with the accessories. So this is why they have a bunch of racks for you to put stuff on. Now granted, if you have like more bottles, like see, this one bottle has 4 parts. So this will take up half of the space already. But then again, you could like put it underneath here. Anyway, you can rearrange this as you see fit. And the tray down here is just to collect water. It's very compact. You can take it to go if you want to. So yeah, it's fairly convenient. Next, what we're going to talk about is the water that you should use. I strongly recommend to use distilled water due to the fact that this heating pad here, you could end up getting scaling issues. Like the tap water that you have at home, a lot of times it still have a lot of mineral inside. So once those mineral gets heated, then you will have like a white residue, sometimes brownish, left over on top of the heating pad here. If you use distilled water, there's less chance of that develop, less chance for you to clean this base here as often as if you are using tap water. So they have a max line here for water. They recommend 4 ounces of liquid to go inside. If you don't have a measuring cup, use your baby bottle because you will always find those numbers indicate here. Just fill this bottle to 4-ounce part and then put the water inside here. The buttons are down here. You press it once, you turn on. There are 4 options here. Auto, it will do sterilize first and then dry. That will take 35 minutes. You have sterilization only, then that's 8 minutes. Drying only, that will take 30 minutes. And then you have the storage, which the machine will turn on every 55 minutes to dry the basket inside here. And it will sterilize or keep everything clean, fresh for the next 72 hours. 5 minutes of drying, 55 minutes in between time. When you are selecting, you cannot press the little portion. You have to use this to select. Once you have stopped, then it will just blink and then it will turn on. If you long press this, it will beep and then that will tack on another 15 minutes to the drying portion. So just keep that in mind. If you want to get more dry, you can do so. Oh, also before I forget, the auto mode, once it's done sterilizing and drying, it will go straight into the 72-hour storage mode. Now they provide with 5 bottle holders here. This is the accessory tray. If you have all short bottles, you can just have this upside, like right side up, like this. You can put all the accessory on top. But if you have tall bottles involved, then you might have to flip this over in order to compensate the tall bottle. All right, so before we move on to test out fitting all the bottles, I do want to emphasize this is not a washer. This machine does sterilize and dry only. So you do need to wash all the bottles beforehand before you put them in here for sterilize and dry. Okay, so now I have 5 bottles here with all their accessories. One is tall bottle and I have 4 other ones that's pretty short standard bottles that you will see in where you can find from either Target, Walmart, or Amazon. All right, so you open it up. Let's try to fit all these accessories and bottles in here. See how that goes. They are fitting here with lots of rooms to spare. So it's perfect for 5 bottles. And if you want to fit more, you can, but it's just not gonna have a bottle holder to hold the bottle upside. So, but there are plenty of openings where the steam gonna go in to sterilize and drying the bottles. You can definitely fit at least 7 bottles. If you all have like skinny ones, then you can definitely even fit even more because there's a whole lot more openings here for you to fit bottles too. And let me see if I can just put this. Oh, look at that. I can still have this tray right side up. Even though this is a tall bottle here, but it doesn't touch the tray. So therefore, I can close the lid just fine. Yeah. You don't necessarily need to use the tray. If you don't have accessory to sterilize or dry, you can just put the lid on top and you can just start using the machine. But I do have a bunch of stuff here, so let's try to fit them all. This is the tricky part. As you can see, there's a whole lot more accessories, but not enough room on top. So I think that's one of the reasons why there are a whole lot more room down here for you to put accessory to. All right, so this is what I end up with. I have some nipples in here and some on top. Yeah, this is the only way I can fit them all here. Some of the cap, like I had to put the nipple here in order for me to have enough room to sterilize and dry all this accessory on top. Now, one of the key part, if you have one of this kind of straw from the tall bottle, then yeah, there's no way that you can put this right side up through the accessory tray. So you do have to find an opening where there's a, from the one of the opening in the basket, for the steam to sterilize and dry that straw. And unfortunately, these 3 bottle caps, I don't think I can fit them in there. Well, maybe I could. Nope, it's not. This won't close. Being too tall. Let me try this small one. Yeah, the small one will fit. So yeah, you do have to play just a puzzle a little bit to fit everything inside here. So yeah, I can tell you, I'm able to fit all this but 2 caps. So yeah, this could fit quite a bit of stuff. Now it's time for me to test out this machine. I have 4 ounces of distilled water. I'm gonna pour this in here. It will reach right onto the top line there. Right, so now I'll put the basket back on and then press it on. I'm going to do auto. This is supposed to take 35 minutes and then light is now solid green. And I'm gonna start the stopwatch and I want to see exactly how long this will finish all the process. Again, I just want to remind you, once this is done, the sterilizing and drying portion, it will go straight into the storage mode. So just bear that in mind. Right before the 8-minute mark, the machine has now turned to the drying portion. As I can hear, the fan is already kicking in. So now it's in the drying portion of the process. All right, so right at 35 minutes mark, the machine has stopped. And it's now clear, you can see it going straight to the storage mode. So from the top, it looks like there's no condensation. And let's see the bottom. All right, so there's no condensation here. Yeah, there's nothing. And all the water is being used up. All right, so my final thoughts. The things I like is how quick it is for this machine to finish the sterilizing and drying portion at 35 minutes flat. The only machine that's faster than this is the Baby Brezza Super Fast. That one costs a lot of money than this. At the time of filming, this is only $65. I'll put the links down in the description below so you can go check it out. But for super fast, it's at least twice as much. This machine definitely gives you a lot more value. Another thing I really like is how compact it is. It's definitely going to take up less space, especially if you have like a counter that's already filled with a bunch of baby stuff, or you have a small counter, kitchen counter to begin with. This is very suitable for your environment. The only thing I didn't like about it is just the fact that I'm really used to machine that can hold 6 bottles and all the accessories. Sure, this one is like for compact and they designed for compact. So therefore, you know, they cut some room off. You can definitely fit more than 5 bottles in here, but you will not be able to fit all the accessory along with it, along with the bottles. So just bear that in mind. Anyway, so this is my review of the Momcozy compact sterilizer and dryer. If you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.